From the center, excellent break from Keanu, and he's 2 on top of Cajun Hope, who struggles to catch up early. Up on the outside, Live is Life. Driving through at the rail, it's Tigre into the top flight. Moving up on the outside and Congruent as they race to the half-mile point. Junior Alvarado takes a big rainfall of Keanu. He wants him to slow down to save something for the stretch, and he has the lead by a length and a half. Cajun Hope is there second toward the outside. Congruent from between horses, Live is Life. Up on the inside, race favorite Monsieur Coco getting closer with about 6 lengths to make up. 3 in front of Tigre. Then it's a gap of another 5 to Luca Grazzi, who's not taking much part in this, and way back to Mad Ice. They run to the top of the stretch. Keanu taken on by Cajun Hope. They're now shoulder to shoulder, but Cajun Hope under a nice hold. He just ran by Keanu to take the lead. On the outside, Live is Life is there third. Monsieur Coco was fourth, and they're at the top of the stretch. Jockey Marcos Meneses now asks Cajun Hope to kick, and kick he does. He's an 1/8 of a mile from home and 3 better than Keanu, who's a backpedaling second. Love is Life on the outside at the rail, Monsieur Coco. But at 5 to 1, if you back Cajun Hope, you can go collect. Cajun Hope is in front. Keanu clings to the place from Live is Life, who was third. Fourth, Monsieur Coco, then Congruent. They're at the post. And they're off. Checked hard at the break was Hello Jack. At the rail, it's Supercomputing who comes out firing. Moving to take second is Dream Night. Congruent on the outside third. Live is Life is an early fourth. Down at the rail goes Peregrino G. 2 back to Not Normal, and after a terrible start, the trailer is Hello Jack. The leader is Supercomputing, and Edwin Gonzalez clear by 2.5. Congruent's out in the center while racing in second. Dream Night is to his inside. The race favorite is Live is Life. He's down at the inside, creeping closer. He's up into third now. A gap of 3 to Peregrino G, then Not Normal, and far back to Hello Jack. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn, 3.5 furlongs to race. Supercomputing leads by 3 parts of a length. Trying to bridge the gap second is Congruent, working 2.5 better than Dream Night, who's together with Live is Life. Another 2 more to Peregrino G, who's 6 in front of Not Normal, and Hello Jack is last. At the 5/16, Zayas moves on Congruent to take the lead. Supercomputing is second, and he's not been asked to kick yet. Gonzalez trying to wait as long as he can. Into the clear comes Live is Life, and they're at the top of the stretch. Congruent committed for home now. He has 3/16 more to find and 2 lengths in hand. Live is Life is second. Down the center and Dream Night with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Congruent is responding in kind to jockey Edgar Zayas. Peregrino G begins to run home well. He has a shot for second, but home and cooled is Congruent. He's in front. Peregrino G not only did get up for second, he made ground on the winner. Third was Live is Life, 125 and 4.
All set. Away and running. Stumbling starts for the entry of Bright Forecast and Caught and Collected. Rail speed from Beautiful and Bold, but there goes the gray Congruent. And Midnight Trouble is also right there in the vanguard too. And Bright Forecast came away in fourth. Wide on the outside, I Know You Love Me, second last in the early trailers, Caught and Collected. 6.5 furlongs to go, and Midnight Trouble's the speed. Tries to get a nice and relaxed gallop and shows the way by only half a length. Congruent, sensing a slower pace, is getting a wee bit closer as they leave the first turn behind. Beautiful and Bold trying to beat the boys today in that third place position, and she's a length and a half clear in front of I Know You Love Me, who just heads Bright Forecast as they flash behind the trees. And last of all, this Caught and Collected. They race down to the 4 furlong point, and Midnight Trouble continues to carve out the clock. The lead's 3/4 of a length. Congruent is right there, shadowing the speed in second, and Beautiful and Bold is also in a feisty mood today and well clear in front of the rest. They hit the far turn run where Midnight Trouble now slips away to a 1-length lead. Congruent comes under a ride. Beautiful and Bold is dipped down on the far outside and up the fence trying to close in as Caught and Collected as heads turn for home, where Midnight Trouble has now amassed a 3-length lead. Chasing on the far outside is Beautiful and Bold. Congruent is right there. Bright Forecast is closing in as they turn for home. Midnight Trouble still has a huge advantage over Beautiful and Bold, Congruent, and Bright Forecast at the 16th pole. Midnight Trouble came out of his corner swinging today. At Midnight Trouble, the favorite has obliged over Beautiful and Bold, and then came Congruent.
Away the Laurel Futurity. Free Soul and Roan Burgundy on the outside, and Splendor Beauty all with sharp brakes. And here is Congruent, the gray moving forward on the inside. Now Congruent within a couple of lengths of the early pace. Otago settles in 5th position, and We Don't Need Roads followed by Freedom Road, and back to Quincy Cafe on the inside of Fun Lovin' Criminals in the back. About 13 to 14 lengths will cover them. It is Splendor Beauty showing the way, pressed by Free Soul. Splendor Beauty in neck from Free Soul. Congruent is set up shop in 3rd position. The outside Roan Burgundy. Otago is right there with Roan Burgundy. Otago's now between horses just into 4th. Roan Burgundy keeping up there in 5th as they head to the far turn run. We Don't Need Roads is next, and Freedom Road is Asked for More, ridden along back of the pack. And Quincy Cafe and Fun Lovin' Criminal trailing the field. It's been an honest pace. Splendor Beauty just in front by a head into the turn from Free Soul in 2nd. And the outside Roan Burgundy's trying to pick up there from 3rd. The inside is Congruent. In between horses is Otago's next in line. The outside now comes Freedom Road with a bid. Freedom Road going to try to circle on the far outside. We Don't Need Roads in a bit of traffic. Has to angle to the far outside. Suddenly wide open with a 1/4 mile left to go. Otago punching through to a narrow lead. Otago on the inside. Congruent now finds racing room. Congruent the great out of the inside, battling with Otago as they come to the final furlong. Congruent's got the kick on the inside with Fergal Lynch putting a neck in front from Otago 2nd, leaving a Freedom Road back in 3rd with a 16th left to run in the Laurel Futurity. Here's Congruent. Congruent bounding home. A 2-length win from Otago 2nd. Scrambles on for 3rd. Fun Lovin' Criminal going to try to split horses in that show photo tight there with the Freedom Road.
They're off in the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And it's on the inside, Hurricane J, who will take it to Cave Rock early on. The two of them go full tilt to that first turn. They're moving right along in the early stages here. Break of another 2 lengths more, and Forte saves ground on the inside of Curly Jack. National Treasure is 5th on the outside. Verifying has the rail that wound up. Blazing Sevens is 8 lengths off the lead as Cave Rock begins to take over onto the backstretch. At the back of the field are Lost Ark and Congruent. At first 1/4 mile, 22.9 seconds, and Cave Rock sticks his neck in front of the backstretch. Hurricane J tries to stick with him early, 2nd by a 1.5 lengths. And then comes Curly Jack running along in 3rd. National Treasure is 4th on the outside, 2 lengths off of his stablemate, and 3 deep up the backstretch, past a 47.01 half mile. And then it's Forte together with Verifying, 3 lengths ahead of Congruent and Blazing Sevens. Lost Ark is 2nd last, wound up as the trailer. Cave Rock is the leader. As the field makes their way for the far turn, he's a 1.5 lengths in front. And his stablemate is 2nd now. National Treasure is 2nd on the outside of Hurricane J. And then it's Curly Jack. Forte has come under a ride now. He's 5 lengths off the lead, being asked for more run, but he is picking up his stride, and he's going 3 wide, and he's coming up on the outside of National Treasure, and he's coming up after Cave Rock as they turn for home. Cave Rock cuts the corner. Forte on the outside. National Treasure between them. Verifying is next. Cave Rock is taken on here by Forte. The two of them coming down to the wire. Forte on the outside. Cave Rock along the rail. And Forte has upset Cave Rock to win the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Then it was National Treasure and Verifying. Forte and Arad Ortiz have done it in the Juvenile.
They're Renegade. And they're off in the pulpit. From between horses, Ari Gold ridden for the early lead by Luis Saez with Dangerous Ride moving to him. And Amnestic is on the outside and looking to work over. Congruent is racing together with Lights of Broadway, and Sendero is 3 wide. 2nd last is Brumba Waffle Toes. The early trailer is Maximo. In the run around the first turn, Ari Gold has the lead, 3 parts of length. From between horses, Dangerous Ride is 2nd, and Amnestic is a 3 wide 3rd. It's a 1.5 lengths to the team of Congruent, racing along the rail, Lights of Broadway, and on the far outside, Sendero. A gap of another 4 to long shot Brumba Waffle Toes, and 2 more to the trailer, Maximo. That's the 8 of them with 4.5 furlongs remaining. The quarter time was 24-2. Ari Gold with the money on stretches to a 2-length lead. Lights of Broadway is down at the inside and trying to claim second. Up on the outside, Anamnestic. From between horses and Dangerous Ride, then Congruent and Sendero. Brumbo Waffle Toes remains second last, and Maximo has trailed throughout as they round the far turn. Less than 5/16 from home. Ari Gold in a bid to make all. He leads by 2. From the inside, Lights of Broadway second. Up the rail, Congruent is next. Sendero floated wide off the corner as they straighten for the drive. Ari Gold is still the target. 1/8 of a mile remains and 2 lengths in front. From second, Lights of Broadway, Sendero and Congruent are next. Ari Gold still finding plenty. It's Ari Gold for Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners and Todd Pletcher. Gate to wire winners of the pulpit. Lights of Broadway second, Congruent third, Sendero fourth, and Amnestic to complete your high five in 127 flat. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Dania Beach. Good start at the inside for Candidate, who's headed off for the early lead. Here's Worthington moving to him, and the big favorite Major Dude away in third. The gray Congruent is next from Suzak, who's wide on the course and very keen. Barzini is also rank on the course while trying to angle over, but he'll be 4 or 5 deep. The early trailer is Cheerful Charlie. And they run around the first turn after the sharp beginning. Tyler Gaffleone and Candidate are the targets. They lead by a length over Worthington in second. Major Dude is patiently handled third at the inside with Congruent for company on the outside. Then Cheerful Charlie and Barzini, and Suzak is at the back of the field. Separated by 5 lengths in the run past the opening quarter. The leader is Candidate through 23-2 for an opening quarter speed. Second is Worthington, third is Congruent, Major Dude is fourth. Up to the outside it's Barzini, down at the rail Cheerful Charlie, and Suzak is between them. 4.5 furlongs from the finish. Candidate has the lead, taken on now by Worthington second. Congruent committed to a 3-wide run. Major Dude, Irad Ortiz Jr. on the favorite is fourth toward the inside. He's sequestered at the moment, needs a way out. From fifth, it's Cheerful Charlie, then Barzini and Suzak as they round the far turn. 47-4 for the opening half mile. Candidate tries to shake Worthington. Congruent is next. Major Dude still held up in traffic. He's going to try to wheel between horses after 3 quarters and 1:11-3. Candidate left alone, and he's got a kick. He brilliantly kicked off the corner. He established a 4-length lead at that stage, and now he's looking good. Major Dude tries to catch him on the money. Here comes Major Dude after Candidate. Candidate close to home. Major Dude second. Candidate in front. Major Dude was second, third was Worthington, fourth was Congruent. 134-3. All set. Racing and the Kitten's Joy Stakes. Toward the rail, Candidate was away cleanly, but not quickest to begin. Dude in Colorado is in front early. At the rail, Candidate tries to guard his inside position, and up on the outside goes Boppy O. On a stronghold, fourth is Major Dude while working in the 2-path, then Lights of Broadway 3 wide. A gap of 3 to Congruent, racing together with Mooncat. The early trailer is Suzak. The early leader is Dude in Colorado. Dude in Colorado leads 3 parts of a length. Papio is second. Gaffleone has Candidate third at the fence. Followed fourth by Lights of Broadway, then Major Dude and Congruent. Mooncat second last. The trailer remains an unhurried Suzak. The quarter time was pretty quick, 23 seconds flat over a turf rated good. It's Dude in Colorado taking pace pressure from Papio on the outside. They're 2.5 better than Candidate, who has options on where he wants to race from there. He's third. On his back is Major Dude. Out in the center goes Lights of Broadway, then back to Congruent. Still out the back are Mooncat and Suzak. They went the opening half mile at 47-1 as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Dude in Colorado tries to go it all the way. Lights of Broadway has dropped back up to second, goes Boppio, 3 wide. Candidate now loose for the drive, 2 back to Major Dude. The favorites are third and fourth. Suzak's underway from last. He's had plenty of pace ahead of him as they straighten for the drive. It's Dude in Colorado in front, taking aim as Candidate. Up on the outside, Major Dude. Suzak wheels to the far outside with 1/8 of a mile to go. Major Dude down the center, tries to shift ground and take the lead from Dude in Colorado, and from between Candidate, it's Major Dude to win the Kitten's Joy going away. Major Dude does it. Second Candidate, third Dude in Colorado. 140-1.
And they're off in the John Battaglia Memorial. For the lead from the outside, Freezing Point, American Speed to the inside, and Eyes on the King, those 3 right together. Goodheart came away racing just about 2.5 lengths off the lead, covered up to the outside by the favorite Gilmore, who's in some traffic there in between horses. Freezing Point now back into the 5th position. Down the inside, Scooby Quando savoring every yard as they work around the opening turn. Then we come back to Bromley, and up to the outside of Bromley is Moon Landing. Aristocracy down along the inside, hard held. Up to the outside is Congruent as they head up the backside. Accident is last. 5 furlongs to go with the Battaglia. The quarter was 22-4. An American Speed is playing Catch Me If You Can, shows the way 2.5 lengths. Eyes on the King will let him go and track from second. From the inside, Goodheart is third. Gilmore content to track from fourth, about 6 lengths off the lead. To the inside, Scooby Quando is next. Miranda Rides starts to spiral up and up to the outside. Here comes Freezing Point, still 3. Back to Moon Landing, who's being asked to quicken. Aristocracy is under a heavy ride. In between horses, Bromley is cut loose, catching the eye. Rounding the turn in the Battaglia. Still up top, it's American Speed. But here comes Gilmore, set to strike to the outside. Also gaining ground to the outside. Here comes Bromley, many chances to the top of the home stretch, and way out wide, Moon Landing launching up after the lead. Bromley still fighting on, 3 deep down the center of the track. Here comes Congruent, and Congruent makes it 3 across the course. They're inside the final 16th, and up top it is Congruent who's going to draw away. Congruent was brilliant in the Battaglia, 1 under wraps, and he won it by 3 in the end. Scooby Quando with a good effort to be second, then Bromley and Moon Landing. Congruent, Sonny Leon in 1:43 flat. Congruent, the gray son of Tappet, rolling through the stretch, and the Kentucky Derby winning jockey comes back to turf play and gets the victory here in the Battaglia for Antonio Sano, Tammy Bobo, and Luguamo Racing Stable. Cover the mile 16th, 1:43.02 Congruent.